person who can really be organized and kind of bring people together and motivate them to be their best.
Leadership to me means somebody wanting to stand up and make a difference, whether that difference is something that's really, really big or something that's very small, as long as somebody is willing and has a desire to make a change for the better. That's what I think leadership is.
I think leadership means something different to everybody, but to me, leadership is really being able to set an example for people, be a model with your actions, words, and really setting an example for people to follow.
Being able to provide a strategic vision for a community to follow, and then understanding what tactical things you can put in place to achieve that strategic vision or goal.
Leadership is utilizing your skill set to help others work towards a common goal.
Well, I believe that leadership is having the ability to influence others to follow you or to want to follow you.
Leadership to me is about social influence, using a collection of skills and combining people together to have an influence on society.
Leadership in the MS community means bringing awareness to multiple sclerosis to my friends and family. I think for a lot of MS patients, it's an invisible disease. So just sharing knowledge and what I've learned, being part of MS leadership, and hopefully making a difference.
People I've worked for, what I've seen from them is leading from example and doing the right thing kind of when nobody's looking.
When you volunteer, you're doing it because you care about something. When you care, you really make a difference and impact the lives of others.
Volunteering is important to give back, to better yourself, to grow as a person. Making connections is important to kind of broaden your horizons, meet folks from different walks of life and see things in a different point of view.
I think volunteering gives people a sense of purpose, and it does certainly for me. I think making those connections with other people who also want to contribute and be part of the community in a way that is making a positive impact gives people more motivation. They are able to make connections in a way that empowers potentially both of those people to kind of spread that message and pay that forward.
Volunteering, it's always good to give back. If you've been blessed to have or to be able to have a certain skill or special talent, to offer that to other people, be able to make a difference and making connections. Obviously, we've shown that with even our fundraising. The more connections that we have, the more availability we have to increase funds for MS research.
Making connections, I really believe, and I've seen in my own personal life, that the more I connected with others and told them about my own personal story, the more they were willing to help me in some way. And it may not have always been immediate, but at some point, we would join back up and connect and link paths.
My personal impact is, of course, being a part of the leadership community, but also being able to stand up and support my two friends who have MS.
So I really hope to be able to contribute, one, by sharing more information about MS. I actually didn't know a lot about MS before joining this leadership class, and I know a lot more now, and it compels me to want to help and support with outreach and also raise money for the research that they do.
I hope to make a wonderful impact on the MS community. Growing up, my roommate in college was actually diagnosed with MS and she was 21. And what she was told is, from everything that she heard, is that she would end up in a wheelchair. And so anything that I can personally do to help prevent her from having that ultimate outcome and to help her live a more healthy and wonderful life. She has children, she has a husband, and so anything that keeps her moving and being able to contribute to her life and society for any longer period of time is what I hope to do.
Mostly participating with classmates, kind of recognizing some shared values, seeing what opportunities exist, learning more about the disease as an issue to be dealt with.
Well, my impact is trying to raise as much money as I can for this disease. Over the last several times that we've had a chance to meet, I've learned so much that I never knew, and I'm trying to raise as much money as I can, especially with my personal connection to the disease.
My wife has multiple sclerosis, so I see it every day, and I'm trying to do what little part I can to maybe help find a cure, to develop new medicines, provide more services for people who suffer from MS.
I believe that the corporate responsibility is to keep having events like they're having right now. I believe that this experience has not only been an opportunity for me to learn more on the leadership side, but it's also been an opportunity for me to network and share within my organization and make them more aware of the great things that the National MS Society does.
The corporate responsibility is to identify what's meaningful to people with MS, bring together the experts to impact that, whether it's through clinical care or research, and make that available to the community of people.
And then also, corporate's responsibility is to spread awareness of the disease. It's not a very well-known disease, and so the more research that we do, the closer we are to coming to a cure.
A corporation is a good neighbor. They're supposed to care about the neighborhood and support it, just like you and I.
So I'd say one of the biggest things, in my opinion, would be to help develop new leaders, and that, from a corporation's perspective, it could be to develop leaders for an internal purpose to help their employees grow within the organization, but it extends beyond that. So in the community, it's taking those leadership skills and applying them in other aspects of your life outside of work.
I mean, really, it's all about being able to grow whatever, what do they have to do, right?
Nervousness, okay. That's not very good. Can we try that one again?
To keep in sight while the other.
Well, I think there's a world of importance in that.
One more time, sorry.
What's your role in corporate responsibility and leadership?
There's a.
That's a big question.
What was the question?
Shorter the better. Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
I look at the camera? Okay.
Try again.